Happy New Season! Welcome to episode 34 of Regen Rovers, where it is the start of my 5th season in charge of the club, and it is our first season in the National League South. Yes, if you missed the last season, you missed a treat because we finally got promoted to the 6th tier of English football. And in today's episode, we're going to be playing our first ever match at this level away from home against Chelmsford City, my hometown. To celebrate our promotion, I've got something rather special for you. Here you can see Plumbing Park from the air. Now, someone called Wallach came to me a few weeks ago and said he's a graduate architect and be interested in making some designs for me. And he's actually designed Plumbing Park. It's beautiful. It's actually in the correct location as well with this road here, Otterbourne Road. This is the main stand. Some phoenixes flying over there, as you can see. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's brought it to life. I love it. Here's the flame pit. All the hardcore fans there, the Regen Rovers Ultras. The corporate box, where all the directors eat their prawn sandwiches. And lastly, my office, where I put together my tactical master plans. I can have a view of the pitch, be inspired by that green turf. And this lovely Regen Rovers badge here. Nice chair as well. Lovely. So thank you to Wallach for putting this together. I've put a link to his LinkedIn in the description below. We also have some new shirt designs. You can still buy the original shirts on Tribefire. All the links in the description below. But these new shirts were designed by Dan B Design. Everyone that is part of the season ticket patron tier and above was able to vote for the new shirts. And Dan B Design managed to win every single poll. The home, away and third shirt poll. I really like them. I mean, we've kept with the same colours. The black, gold and white home shirt. The white and gold away shirt. We don't have a sash anymore. And the green third shirt with the new badge but in green. I like it. So we're in for a tough season. Our first season in the 6th tier of English football. We're predicted to finish bottom, but that's nothing new to us. 300 to 1 to win the league, as you can see there. We've been promoted with the likes of Hendon and Burgess Hill to this tier. Luckily, all of the geographies are correct for this level. It just seems to be the 7th tier and below, all the added on leagues that are a little bit messed up. So Hereford actually got promoted with us through the playoffs, but they've moved into the National League North. Weymouth, our old friends Weymouth, are back at this level. They've been relegated back down to the National League South. This is, I'll just show you for context, the National League North here. We've got Hereford going up with Stourbridge and Hyde. But yeah, I'm looking forward to my first season at this level. Our key players, Matthew Avison and Samuel Assini. Our captain Marcus Higgins isn't on that list, but he won the Player of the Season poll. You'd have just seen that in the fan corner. And that leads me nicely on to question of the day, which you can answer in the comment section below. Please let me know where you think we will finish this season. Will we be in for a real struggle? Will we get relegated? Will we bravely fight against relegation and just about stay up? Or will we pull off a surprise package and somehow finish maybe in the playoffs or get promoted? That would be miraculous. It's possible. We've got some very good players and I like my team, which I'm going to show you in a second. So because we have been promoted, I am now able to offer proper permanent part-time contracts. Before, they were all on non-contracts. Teams could come in and steal players. We lost Luke Mooney that way, of course. And I have, by the way, tried to sign him back on loan. The bid was accepted, but he rejected us. Luke Mooney doesn't love us as much as he let on when he was at the club. It's pretty disgraceful, really. But really good news that we've been able to offer contracts. Raphael Godwin's actually on the highest contract, £450 a week. Don't worry about that. I mean, the board have given me over £5,000 a week to spend on wages. We've still got £1,000 left. So we're completely fine. Financially, we're not in the best position. We are in debt. I'm hoping Jack Young steps in and gives us a bit of a boost. He's already done that twice, of course. We need the board to step in. But other contracted players, we've got Samuel Assini, our left back, Matthew Avison, David Okoro, new player, which I'll show you in a second, Marcus Higgins, Perry Miles, Agu, Max Keane, Josh Mann, and there is a player on loan as well who is on a contract. Everyone else is still on non-contracts. I've tried to give Paul McCann a contract, but he Unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. He doesn't want to sign a proper contract for some reason. So some players have left the club. I have released a few old names, some fan favourites. Matti Ratti, he plays on the wing. No more. He has left the club. He hasn't been able to find a club yet. Perhaps he will retire because he can't find a club. He should be able to find a club, in the 7th, 8th or 9th tier because we do have them unlocked. But maybe he feels he's above that level now. He was a great player for us. I think he played 79 times in all competitions. 8 goals, 20 assists, I do believe. But didn't really play a part after that second season. I don't think, he didn't play a single first team game for us since then. And played very little reserve team football as well. But some really good news. Coming into the team... By the way, if you don't follow Regen Rovers on Twitter, you miss out on all of this stuff. You need to follow Regen Rovers on Twitter so you don't miss out. But yeah, coming into the team is our old friend, Jeremy Cook-Best, chef. He's back. I mean, he's always been at the club, of course, because once he hung up his playing boots at Regen Rovers, he continued to be club cook. He continued to drive the coach every now and then for us. He started to wear the Felix the Phoenix mascot costume on match days, but he is now officially a first team coach. 13 defending, I think that's gone down by 1 actually, working with youngsters 17, everything else is pretty shocking, but I just had to bring him back. I just had to. Unfortunately, I was trying to get him to train up as get sort of a coaching badge, but the board couldn't afford it. But hopefully he will improve over time. He's also changed his hairstyle, he's wearing a Ray Rig wig these days. Oh, I love him. What a legend. Also leaving the club for a second time is Aaron Trollope, our original goalkeeper. He came back last season, of course, from Tilbury. The people of Essex didn't really get his humour. He's a stand-up comedian, remember. And he played twice for us, conceding 2 goals, kept 1 clean sheet. But he's decided to leave to get first team football. He's moved to Horsham YMCA, which seems like a really random team. But he's going to be hopefully making the people of West Sussex laugh these days. I'm sorry to see him go, but he's never going to be a first team regular with David Okoro, our legendary goalkeeper, in the mix, of course. Now, I've only brought in 3 players, which is very few, of course. However, I'm quite happy with the team. We won the league at a canter last year, and I didn't want to change things too much. So the first player coming in is actually going into the reserves because we don't play wingers. But I kind of wanted to sign him simply because we don't have a huge amount of different nationalities in our team. So I brought in this Kosovan winger, Diapira, something like that. I'm sure someone will correct me. Quite pacey. There's a few decent attributes there. I don't know if he'll ever become a first team player. He definitely won't unless we get wingers, of course. But he's played plenty of first team football, I think in the 8th tier of English football over the years, as you can see there. Second signing. Now this guy is a really good midfielder, Perry Webb. So we've now got Perry Miles. We've also got Perry Webb. And I really like the look of this guy. Natural fitness, exceptional. Good acceleration, but his passing's decent. Vision's not the best, but there's some decent attributes here. I really like him. He's only 18 as well. He started his career at Woking, played a few first team games in the National League South, so I think he's probably our only player to ever play at this level. So we've got a little bit of experience here. Alec McCann is now, in fact, maybe this guy's played at this level because he's on loan from Ebbsfleet, and that's a little bit controversial because they are our rivals because of the last parallel universe, of course. But Alec McCann is going to be a bit confusing because we've got Paul McCann and Alec McCann now. Half Scottish, he was born in England, and he's technically our best striker now. I've desperately tried to get Luke Mooney back, as I mentioned, but he's just not coming back. So this guy's going to be our best striker this season, hopefully. He's never scored a first team goal, but he's only 17. He started at Brighton, went on loan, went for free to Ely, and then Ebbsfleet picked him up on a free last season, and now we've got him on loan. And I think he has the potential to be our top goal scorer this year. He's fast, decent composure, okay finishing, first touch good teamwork, which is always nice. So overall, I'm happy with the team. I really am. I think we've got a quality team. We've got players on permanent contracts now. We've got a massive under-23 squad. If you want to have a look at all the players on the player spreadsheet, then I've linked that before. I'll probably forget to link it in the description below, but I'm sure you can go back and find that somewhere. But yeah, there's plenty of players to choose from. I have dropped a few players to the reserves lately. Under 18s, lots of players in there, a few players with potential. Pre-season was a little bit mixed. You'll notice quite a few draws in there. Not many goals scored in the first few games. However, towards the end, lots of goals scored. And that's because I changed back to our 3 up front tactic, which seems to be working again a little bit more effectively. I was playing the defensive midfield tactic, which I used at the end of last season, remember, but I've gone back to 3 up front and it seems to be working very well. Now, I did play a little bit of a league competition involving Cardiff City, Bolton Wanderers and Birmingham City. We actually drew against Bolton, not bad, and we scored 3 goals in total, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I can't remember who won that. Phoenix Cup I named it, even though it was a league, and Birmingham City won all 3 games to win that competition. But we were likely to win lose all those games. I basically did that to bring money in. It didn't really work though this time around for some reason. I thought it did bring money in, but because we had to pay massive fees to these teams, we didn't make a huge amount of profit. We beat our rivals Winchester City as well in pre-season, but when I switched to the attacking tactic against Coventry, we scored 2 goals. Really good result against Coventry City. Thrashed a local team, Alresford, 5-2. We beat Chelmsford City. Now, I decided to play them in pre-season just to have a bit of practice against them. We thrashed them 4-1. What a win. That bodes well. I mean, they are the favourites for this game today in Chelmsford, but, you know, that is good. And we beat Hartley Wintney, our rivals, of course, 6-0. What a win. We'll just quickly zoom through the team comparison thing. We do have a very young squad still, average age 20, but we do have a few players that have now reached the age of 21. Sean Walker, Morgan Fawkes, of course, still in the first team. But let's quickly go through. I mean, actually, goalkeeper-wise, we're okay, aren't we? Defensively, in midfield, we've got the best passing ability in the league. We might not be outclassed here. There obviously are some attributes that are the worst and very low, but I think overall, I mean, everything technically is below average apart from penalties, thanks to David Okoro. But yeah, overall, I think we can do okay. I have every faith that we will stay up, that's for sure. I think we've got too much quality not to stay up. There's our new green third shirt against Chelmsford City's Claret. And, you know, I've got to do a Paul's Big Day Out, haven't I? I'm very proud to be from Chelmsford. I do miss it. I was back at Christmas though, seeing my family, and every time I go back it just feels more vibrant. You know, and since it became a city in 2012 to celebrate I think it was to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee or something, it's just got more vibrant. I love it. I really do. And I had a nice walk round Highlands Park with Jenny, my wife, and I loved that. It was early morning on Christmas Eve, misty, beautiful. Lovely, lovely place. And it's free as well. It's like National Trust quality and probably better, to be honest. And it's free. Love it. So I'd recommend going to Chelmsford if you haven't done so. There is a lot of history that people don't realise. You know, it's from Romans, or prior to Roman times, but Caesar Ommagus was the settlement which became Chelmsford. Anyway, let's forget about that. We're going to beat them today. This is the team I'm going with then. David Okoro in goal, our captain Marcus Higgins at right back, Max Keenan, Averson and Assini. That's our back 5 from last season. Godwin, or Carolero from last season, with Perry Miles in the middle. He's done a decent job there in the last few games in pre-season. And then our new signing, Perry Webb, on the left-hand side of central midfield. Up front, our new striker Alec McCann playing as an advanced forward with Paul McCann on the other side. They've both got a little bit of pace. 15 acceleration, 12 pace for Alec McCann. Paul McCann has 12 pace and 12 acceleration on the left-hand side. And in the middle, Agu, who's the slowest of the 3, which is why I've decided to play him as the poacher. 13 on finishing, our all-time top goal scorer with 70 competitive goals, remember. He's still only 19 years old. What a player this guy is. You know, perhaps he hasn't improved as much as I would have hoped, but I've got high hopes that he can score goals at this level. This is the journey we made up to Chelmsford City Football Club then. It's a 2-hour journey on a good day, so not too bad. Halfway around the M25. I'm excited for this. We're at Chelmsford Sports and Athletics Centre. It's a shame Chelmsford City don't really have a proper football stadium anymore, but it can fit a lot of people in because you can just stand round. It's an athletics ground, basically. The danger men for them, then. The players to watch out for. Reece Murphy up front and Rocker. They've got a couple of regen players. Alec McCann making his competitive debut for the club with Perry Webb as well. I'm feeling positive. We had a really good end to pre-season. Going back to this more attacking tactic, well, with the 3 up front, and you know, so it's just a little bit more entertaining. I don't know whether it's the right decision. The reason why I've done it is because the defensive midfield tactic just wasn't doing anything at the start of pre-season. Even against the weaker opposition that we played. It just didn't inspire me. So because this is scoring goals, and we've won by big scoreline since re-implementing this, I've got to stick with it, haven't I? 3 up front. We love our entertaining football, although it's not been particularly entertaining so far. But we've won a corner. Perry Webb to cross it into the back post, looking for Averson. Oh, a penalty! And David Okoro has the chance to score our first goal in the National League South. There's not more. Anyway, let's just wait and see. Okoro, yes, he gets it. Perfect penalty from him. He missed one last season in the cup final, the Hampshire Senior Cup final against our rivals Winchester City, but he's made amends. And there just isn't a more fitting player to score it, is there? It really is a perfect penalty. But now they have a corner which is crossed in, and a penalty. A penalty to Chelmsford City. Paul McCann gives it away, our top goal scorer from last season. This is quite a strange game because these have been the only highlights so far. But it's saved by Okoro! Oh, he scores one and he saves one. He picks up from where he left off. This guy is just insane. And Paul McCann's... What? How was that not a foul? And now free kick, Perry Webb, our new signing, knocks it in. A goo off the post! It's... offside. Alec McCann, a little bit tired. He's not quite match fit. Hoping that... Oh, what's happened here? Is this going to be a red card for Rocker? Surely it is. Wow. This has been a fantastic first half. David Okoro scores and saves a penalty, and now they're down to 10 men. What a start, eh? What a start. I'm actually going to swap the 2 McCanns around because they're not playing particularly well for us. We need to utilise their pace. That's pumped up the pitch. Here's Reece Murphy for Chelmsford City. Oh, that would have been a cracking goal from him. If you are looking forward to this season, please remember to hit that like button. Just to remind you, it'd be very much appreciated. Of course, it's still really the early days of this series. Episode 34, it's the start of the 5th season, but we're only in the National League South, and there's many months ahead of us this year. It's 2019 in real life. Of course, not on the game. It's not 2019, but it's 2019 in real life. And yeah, looking forward to this year and continuing the Regen Rovers journey. Now, maybe the sensible thing to do here is to go to the more defensive-minded tactic, not that one. That one. So we can bring Paul McCann off and then bring on defensive midfielder. Gus Owusu can go there. Still attack. We'll go to balanced. We'll just, yeah, I mean, we could try and push forward for another goal, I know, because they're down to 10 men. But we've got to be a little bit more sensible at this level, haven't we? Oh, there's a chance here. We've won a corner before my changes have been implemented. Oh, we didn't get to see the corner. Look at my defence, though. They're having a cracking game. I'm going to bring Alec McCann off. He is quite tired. Maybe we should leave him on to build up his match fitness, though. That might be the sensible thing. Perry Miles is going to come off as Constantine, who's on a yellow card. Can we hang on, then? There's been very few chances. In fact, the 2 clear-cut chances from the penalty spot, of course. Webb over the top, looking for Agu. Agu's round the back. Agu has McCann in the middle, who gets his first goal for the club. Brilliant stuff from Agu. Unselfish play. Let's make my last sub. I'm going to bring McCann off. He's got his goal. We'll swap him with Fawkes with Agu. Ah, fantastic. What a way to start our first season in the National League South. Great ball down the left from Perry Webb. Agu, our legendary striker, crosses it in, and McCann on the volley. Can't really miss from there. And surely we're going to hang on. There's 3 minutes of injury time. Here's Agu. Working hard. Marcus Higgins back to Max Keane. Passes all the way back to Okoro. Our hero on the day. And now we're just going to waste a bit of time by passing it around a bit at the back by the looks of it. Okoro then blasts it. Looking for Agu. He's found Agu. Agu. He's got Fawkes in the middle. Fawkes scores. Oh, he's offside. He loves to be offside, doesn't he, Morgan Fawkes? That would have been an incredible story, though. Oh, it was tight. He just crossed over that penalty spot line. The penalty box line, sorry. Unlucky Fawkes. Free kick, though, at the death. 20 seconds to go. Perry Webb crosses it in. It's headed away. Constantine's after it. Can we get a third and finish this game in style? It's back to Perry Webb. Crosses it in. Agu! Oh, well wide. And there we go. Oh, brilliant. What a win. What a win. Samuel Orsini, man of the match at left back. We didn't really see him do much, but I guess defensively he must have been very solid. Our defence, look at that. The ratings. I mean, previously it was very difficult to get our players to get very good defenders to get good ratings with this tactic because we conceded so many goals. But clean sheet, thanks to Okoro, that was incredible. What a start to the season. And those of you that may have predicted relegation for us, you might want to adjust your prediction because we've just beaten Chelmsford City, my club, where I'm from. Kind of feel a little bit bad. I don't want them to go down or anything, but what a win. And after the first game, we're in the playoffs. There's a long, long way to go. But next up, we've got Bromley. That's going to be our first ever home game. We've got Wildstone away from home. You got no fans. Totten, local team, of course, who went up 2 seasons ago. Dulwich, Hamlet, Burgess Hill. Not sure when the next episode will be, but you'll join me for hopefully an enthralling game, another enthralling game or two, probably 2 games. Very pleasing stuff indeed. Next episode, I probably should do an Ask the Manager, shouldn't I? Because I've not done one for a while. But yeah, thank you for watching today's first episode of Season 5. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2019. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you very soon.